In the secretive world of espionage, there emerges a name that will undoubtedly pique your curiosity. Born in the year 1975, against the backdrop of the picturesque state of Minnesota, the story of Peter Debbins, who was an undercover spy for Russia, is nothing short of extraordinary. Peter Debbins was not born into the world of spies and covert operations. Instead, he hailed from the heartland of America, where life seemed tranquil and secrets remained hidden in plain sight. As a young boy growing up in the peaceful suburbs of Minnesota, Peter's life seemed like that of any other American kid. He attended local schools, played in the snow during harsh winters, and dreamt of a future brimming with possibilities. But, as we'll soon discover, appearances can be deceiving. Peter Debbins had a destiny that would take him far beyond the confines of his quiet hometown. Let's rewind to the early years of Peter Debbins, a seemingly ordinary Minnesota University student with dreams of making a positive impact on the world. However, what made him anything but ordinary was the unexpected twist that unfolded in his life. Peter's journey began on the picturesque campus of a Minnesota university. As a young student, he was brimming with aspirations of creating a better world, but destiny had other plans for him. It all started when he developed a deep-seated interest in Russia, a fascination that was a combination of two powerful forces: his mother's Soviet heritage and the captivating stories spun by his grandmother. You see, Peter's mother hailed from the Soviet Union, and her background infused the household with a rich tapestry of Russian culture and history. But it was his grandmother's anecdotes that truly ignited Peter's curiosity. Her life stories back in the day in the Soviet Union painted vivid pictures of a world he had never known. These tales of adventure, intrigue, and mystique catalyzed his profound interest in Russia. So, with the fire of curiosity burning within him, Peter Debbins made a life-altering decision. He resolved to dive headfirst into the realm of international relations and immerse himself in the intricate world of the Russian language. Little did he know that this decision would set in motion a series of events that would lead him down a path few could have predicted. Fast forward to the year 1996, and Peter Debbins' insatiable curiosity about Russia led him to embark on a life-changing adventure. He decided to take part in a study abroad program that would take him far beyond the confines of his Minnesota University campus and into the heart of Russia itself. As Peter set foot on Russian soil, he couldn't have anticipated the twists and turns that awaited him. The vibrant and diverse culture of this vast nation welcomed him with open arms, but little did he know that his presence would not go unnoticed. It was during this study abroad program that Peter Debbins unwittingly caught the eye of a shadowy and enigmatic organization, the GRU, Russia's formidable military intelligence agency. The GRU, known for its secrecy and efficiency, had a knack for identifying individuals with unique qualities and potential. However, in these early years, the GRU chose to observe from the shadows, content with merely keeping an eye on Peter. They recognized something intriguing about him, a spark that hinted at a future connection, but they bided their time, waiting for the right moment to make their move. Little did Peter Debbins know that the choices he had made would set in motion a series of events that would eventually lead him into the complex world of espionage. His journey had only just begun, and the GRU's interest in him would play a pivotal role in the enigmatic story that was about to unfold. As Peter Debbins continued his journey through the intriguing landscapes of Russia, something even more unexpected and enthralling awaited him. As they say, love knows no boundaries, and it certainly holds for Peter. During one of his study trips to Western Russia, Peter found himself captivated not only by the rich tapestry of the country, but also by the warmth and charm of its people. It was here, amidst the enchanting landscapes and the echoes of history, that he would experience a love story that would further complicate the path he had chosen. During this enchanting adventure, Peter Debbins met a remarkable Russian woman. She was not just anyone. She happened to be the daughter of a Russian Air Force colonel. Their paths crossed in a way that felt almost fateful, and their connection was immediate. The bond that formed between Peter and this Russian woman transcended cultural and geopolitical boundaries. It was a love that defied expectations and brought two souls from vastly different worlds together. Yet, amidst the backdrop of this blossoming romance, an undercurrent of intrigue was beginning to take shape. Peter Debbins, the Minnesota University student turned international adventurer, was finding himself drawn deeper into the complexities of Russia, both on a personal and political level. Little did Peter know that his love story would not only shape his destiny, but also play a significant role in the unfolding drama of espionage that lay ahead. The line between his personal life and the shadowy world of international intrigue was becoming increasingly blurred, setting the stage for the gripping twists and turns defining his story. The stage was set amidst the backdrop of the Cold War, a tumultuous era when the world was divided by ideologies and political tensions ran high. It was during these tense times that Moscow's formidable military intelligence, the GRU, decided to make their move and assess Peter Debbins' allegiances. In a calculated and deliberate move, the GRU extended an invitation to Peter for a meeting that would forever alter the course of his life. This meeting was not your typical clandestine rendezvous. Instead, it began as an innocuous and enjoyable affair, a dinner and drinks, much like any casual gathering among friends. As Peter sat down at the table, he couldn't have possibly anticipated the true nature of the individuals he was dining with. The GRU operatives, masters of deception, blended seamlessly into the social setting, making it appear as if it were an ordinary evening. They were skilled in the art of extracting information, and their approach was designed to put Peter at ease. Throughout the evening, conversations flowed, laughter filled the air, and the boundaries between guest and host blurred. It was a carefully choreographed dance of words and gestures, all part of a meticulously crafted strategy to win Peter's trust. As the night unfolded, Peter Debbins was presented with an offer that would challenge his loyalties and plunge him deep into the world of espionage. The GRU operatives, like puppeteers, unveiled their plan, offering gifts in exchange for sensitive U.S. defense secrets. Among these gifts were a bottle of KAC, a substantial sum of cash, and even a complete Russian military uniform. It was a tantalizing proposition, one that beckoned with the allure of adventure and secrecy. Little did Peter know that accepting these gifts would seal his fate, binding him to a shadowy world where loyalty would be tested and allegiances would shift. The GRU's cunning tactics had set in motion a series of events that would lead Peter Debbins further down the enigmatic path of espionage, a path from which there would be no turning back. The moment of truth had arrived. Across the table, the GRU operatives had made a shocking offer, gifts that would come at an extraordinary price: U.S. defense secrets. It was a proposition that would test the very core of Peter Debbins' loyalties and values. The gifts laid before Peter were not just enticing, they were a tantalizing temptation that seemed almost too good to be true. Among them were a bottle of KAC, a substantial sum of cash, and a complete Russian military uniform. It was an offer that whispered promises of adventure and intrigue, a journey into the unknown. In this unexpected twist of fate, Peter Debbins found himself at a crossroads. The allure of the GRU's proposition was undeniably strong, and the weight of the decision hung heavy in the air. In a moment that would echo through the annals of history, Peter made a choice that would forever alter the course of his life. He officially signed up to serve Russia under a secret name, a clandestine identity that would allow him to operate in the shadows, far from the prying eyes of the world. As he put pen to paper, Peter Debbins had crossed a line from which there was no turning back. He had willingly entered a world where secrets and lies would become his currency, and allegiances would blur in the name of espionage. The die was cast, and the enigmatic journey of Peter Debbins, the Minnesota University student with dreams of positive change, had taken an unprecedented turn. He was now a secret asset for the Kremlin, a covert operative ready to infiltrate deep into the heart of American society. Little did he know that this decision would set in motion a series of events that would challenge his principles, test his loyalties, and lead him into a web of intrigue and danger, unlike anything he had ever imagined. Peter Debbins had embarked on a path where the boundaries between right and wrong were blurred, and the consequences of his actions would be felt for years to come. Fast forward to the year 1999, and Peter Debbins had come a long way from his days as a Minnesota University student. His journey had led him to unexpected places, and by this time he had risen through the ranks of the U.S. Army, reaching the esteemed position of a captain within the Green Beret community. Peter's achievements were nothing short of remarkable. He had become a part of the legendary Green Berets, a community known for its elite members who undertook daring missions around the world. This position granted him access to classified information, a privilege that few could boast. As a Green Beret captain, Peter's responsibilities extended to the most sensitive operations and strategic planning. He had become a key player in the complex world of military intelligence, and his expertise was highly valued. However, amidst all these accomplishments, a grave mistake loomed on the horizon. This error would prove costly, and in 2005, it led to an honorable discharge from the military. Peter's once illustrious career had taken a dramatic turn, leaving him at a crossroads. Fueled by frustration and bitterness over the sudden downfall of his military career, Peter Debbins made a choice that would shock those who knew him and betray the trust of his comrades. In a stunning turn of events, he decided to spill the beans to Russian intelligence. The loyalty he had once shown to his country and fellow soldiers now gave way to betrayal. Peter divulged operational secrets, revealing classified information that had been entrusted to him. But the ultimate betrayal did not stop there. Peter went even further, pointing out special operations soldiers who possessed valuable information and identifying those who might be sympathetic to Russia's cause. This shocking act left his comrades in disbelief. They could not fathom how a man who had once served alongside them had turned his back on his country, his principles, and his duty. Whether Peter Debbins' actions were driven by anger, a thirst for revenge, or a complex mix of motivations, he was no longer interested in discussing ideology. At this stage, it seemed that money had become his primary motivator, and he was willing to go to great lengths to satisfy his desires. The ultimate betrayal, as Peter Debbins had orchestrated it, had far-reaching consequences. The ramifications of his actions would ripple through the world of espionage and military intelligence, leaving a trail of questions and mysteries that begged for answers. As Peter Debbins sought to navigate the murky waters of espionage, his motivations began to shift. Initially, he had proposed a daring move, setting up a business deal in Russia. It was a plan fueled by his desire for financial gain and independence. However, his handlers had different plans in mind. They saw greater potential in Peter's role within the intricate web of intelligence. Rather than pursuing business ventures, they wanted him to cozy up to Washington's intelligence circles, but this time as a private contractor. The shift in focus was a pivotal moment in Peter's journey. It revealed the extent to which he had become entangled in the world of espionage. His path was no longer guided solely by personal ambition. He was now a pawn in a larger geopolitical game. What unfolded next was nothing short of astonishing. While U.S. court documents provided glimpses into Peter's activities up until 2011, the tale did not end there. His espionage career continued, hidden in the shadows of secrecy. Peter Debbins had managed to maintain his top-secret clearance, granting him access to a treasure trove of classified information. This access allowed him to specialize in various fields of intelligence, making him a valuable asset to those who sought his expertise. Over the years, Peter's knowledge expanded. and his influence within intelligence circles grew. He became a key player in the world of covert operations, using his unique position to offer insights on a wide range of subjects, from signals intelligence to chemical and biological weapons, and even nuclear weapons. For a significant period, Peter served as a defense contractor, working on sensitive projects that had far-reaching implications for national security. His role involved developing a cyber platform for Army counterintelligence, a task that required a deep understanding of evolving threats in the digital realm. Along the way, Peter Debens' expertise extended to the National Security Agency, where he worked as an analyst. His insights on Russia were highly sought after, and he shared his knowledge through lectures and briefings, contributing to the ever-evolving landscape of intelligence. Peter's career trajectory was nothing short of impressive. He became a specialist in hybrid warfare, a strategy that blended conventional military tactics with clandestine methods like spreading fake news, further cementing his significance in the world of espionage. Yet, amidst the shadows and intrigue, a blunder awaited him. It would catalyze his eventual downfall and bring an end to his long-running espionage career. Peter Debens had successfully navigated the treacherous waters of espionage for years, but every spy's luck runs out eventually. In 2019, his downfall came in a most unexpected and mundane manner. During a routine interview and polygraph test, it was a day like any other when Peter found himself in the hot seat, facing a polygraph examiner's probing questions. The polygraph, also known as a lie detector, was designed to uncover deception by measuring physiological responses. However, what was supposed to be a routine procedure took an astonishing turn. During the interview, Peter made an admission that sent shockwaves through the intelligence community. He confessed to espionage activities that spanned his entire military career. This revelation had far-reaching consequences. It was a moment of truth that could no longer be concealed or explained away. Peter's carefully constructed facade was crumbling, and his actions were laid bare for all to see. In the wake of his shocking confession, questions arose about Peter Debens' motives and intentions. The answers were not as straightforward as they seemed. Initially, when Peter first entered the world of espionage, his actions may have been fueled by ideology, a belief that he could somehow make a difference in Russia. He might have thought that he could help free the nation from what he perceived as a harsh government. However, as time passed, Peter's motives evolved, morphing into a desire for financial gain. Money became a potent motivator, overshadowing any lofty ideals he may have held at the beginning of his journey. In a startling twist, Peter willingly jeopardized his country's security and the safety of his fellow soldiers, all for the promise of cash and what appeared to be a personal grudge. The transformation from an idealistic young student with dreams of positive change to a hardened operative motivated by personal gain was a stark reminder of the complex and multifaceted motivations that could drive individuals within the world of espionage. Peter Debens' story served as a cautionary tale, a stark reminder of how a person's motivations could change over time and lead them down a path they never could have foreseen. His actions had consequences that would reverberate through the annals of history, leaving behind a legacy of betrayal and intrigue. On November 18, 2020, Peter Debens pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit espionage. He was sentenced to over 15 years in prison, ending a 25-year journey that shaped U.S. security in unimaginable ways. So, what do you think about this unbelievable espionage story? Was Peter Debens motivated by a desire to free Russia, or was it something else? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. If you found this story as captivating as we did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel for more intriguing content, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a story from the shadowy world of espionage.